Did you go to Detroit to see him for business?
I went to Detroit, correct.
Okay, so that is, and then you guys went to a Detroit basketball game and sat courtside.
Correct.
Okay, and you did other things out together on a business trip, correct?
No. So from there, went right back to the studio.
And his wife didn't mind you going along to the game?
No, I told you his wife understands his business dealings, and she's there 90% of the time, if not 999% of the time. She's just usually off camera.
But she wasn't with you that day at the game.
No, she was not.
Your husband could take another woman to a basketball game? All right, cool. All right, so we got, hold on for a second, hold on. Okay. Micca, what do you go by online? They just know you as Micca?
I either go by Micca or Pop Culture Micca.
Okay, or Pop Culture Micca. I ain't want to put your government name out there, and they be looking you up on the internet, and your social security number knew you. Next thing you know, you got a house, and they taking your tax return. Well, listen, welcome. I know unconventional interview. Your team reached out because apparently you are being slandered all over the internet concerning you and Anton Daniels, a fellow content creator on the YouTube streets that has a massive platform. Apparently he's married and has been married for a very long time, has children and everything, and you two have a working relationship, but the content creators are saying that you guys have a relationship. They're saying that you are the mistress, aka side piece, side chick.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're here for. Now I'm due to talk to Anton, I believe Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. I'm talking to Anton Wednesday, Jason? Yes. So me and Anton are going to be doing a full sit down. We will be discussing you, but I think it's only right that we, hear from your mouth. And so real quick, I just want to, if you don't mind, just giving some short background on who you are and what it is that you do.
Cool. Well, my name is Micca. I go by Pop Culture Micca, and I am a commentator. I am a conservative commentator as well. I have been featured on Fox. I've been featured on BBC, and I am also in the YouTube content creation space as well.
Okay, cool. Are you a journalist? I think I saw somewhere that you were a journalist.
Yes.
So you actually went to journalism school and...
No, I did not, but I have been doing this for a very long time. So I've been in the entertainment industry pretty much my entire life. And I kind of got into journalism by way of doing politics. So I do commentating with BBC News and, like I said, with Fox 5.
Okay, cool. All right, no problem. So real quick, let's start from the beginning. How did you and Anton meet?
So me and Anton met online. Anton reached out to me, sent me an email, told me that he would like to interview me. So that's how we met. We talked about what we will interview about, and that was that.
Okay. What made him reach out to do an interview, though? Were you trending at the time or something?
So from what Anton told me, a lot of his I guess supporters or a lot of the people that watch him liked my content, and they kept, emailing him, because from what I know of Anton, they will email him if they see somebody online that they think is, interesting, or they want, Anton to talk to.
Okay, so he basically said the viewers had reached out to you. How many followers did you guys have at the time?
So at the time that Anton reached out, I probably had about maybe 20K on Instagram. And I had just, I've only been doing YouTube a year, a little over a year, maybe 15, 18 months. And at the time I had just started YouTube. So his followers probably know me from just, doing different commentatings and being on different people's podcasts at the time.
Okay. And how many years ago was this?
I've known Anton almost 2 years now.
Okay. And so, all right. So what would lead them to believe, because I know he had that big blowout with Corey Holcomb, I don't know if Corey mentioned your name or anything like that, but when it comes up, like you are coming up as Anton side chick. Now, I do want to put this out here. You are very attractive. You're very articulate, and I wouldn't want you around my husband. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna keep it. I'm just gonna keep it above. No, please don't be disrespectful. I'm just saying.
I understand.
However, you heard Cam Newton. Cam Newton say he can't be around no beautiful women, and it just be strictly friends. Okay, and a lot of men do think like that. So I just kind of want to understand like the nature of the relationship. Did you guys just start working together all the time and doing content together?
So once Anton reached out to me and I did the interview, he, found that, I was interested in different things as far as pop culture and politics, and that I knew a lot when it came to those two areas. So we decided to go ahead and work together. Anton had something that he was revamping at the time, which was
Mhm.
his old channel that he had called Fight Club, and he wanted to turn it into something called After Hours. So that's where I started, which is called After Hours.
Okay, guys. Did you guys meet up to do any of these shows, or you just kind of worked virtually?
Most of it is virtual. I've probably been to Detroit about maybe 3 times, but most of it is virtual, if
Okay.
not all of it. Probably about 98% of it.
Okay. Now, did you meet the wife?
Yes, I met her the first day I came out.
Okay. And she didn't mind y'all working together?
No, and, to contrary of, belief or popular belief, she's there 99.99% of the time. She's not a content creator, so she stays off camera.
Okay. Okay, so at the time on YouTube, you said you had about 20,000 followers.
Well,
Whenever you met it.
On YouTube, I had just started when I had met Anton, so I probably had a little over 1,200 subs at the time. I was building my platform, but I was already, doing YouTube. And when Anton reached out to me, I already had motion on Instagram because of the entertainment that I was doing already, and the news commentary that I was doing already.
Okay. Okay. Hold on for a second. Now, Anton's wife is really gorgeous. She's very gorgeous. She's nice. I've spoken to her. However, when I look at you, you get a lot of DMs on Instagram.
I get quite a few, but I don't pay attention to them because at the end of the day, that's not why I'm on Instagram. So I see
Okay.
them, but
You see
it's
them?
not.
What,
That's it.
what what do they say when they're DMing you? What kind of things do they?
Honestly, I don't really get into it because I can, you can see what they start off with, and anytime I've ever seen something, it's not nothing that's ever business. And that's really what my Instagram is for. I get people see me, but at the end of the day, it's for business. So they get left
Okay.
on red.
Okay. Cool. And so you really didn't have a following on YouTube. So basically, he leveraged his platform and gave you a following.
He definitely leveraged his platform. And he also was able to teach me how to use YouTube effectively because, I tell a lot of people Anton has pretty much mastered YouTube. So when I did go out there, I pretty much studied Anton. I watched what he did. I watched how he talked to people on YouTube, how he talked to his following, his subs, and I learned a lot.
Let me ask you a question. If you were ugly, have you ever thought about being ugly? Because you're not ugly. If you
No,
were ugly, do you think Anton would have leveraged his platform with you?
I really can't get into what I think Anton would have done, honestly. But I'm not unaware that I'm attractive or that people find me attractive. But what I know to be true is that I'm a very serious person when it comes to work. And so I'm a very hard worker. I give, a lot of attention to detail. And if I work with somebody, they're going to see my value. And I really do think Anton really saw the value in what I did.
Okay, so were you doing this on Instagram at first before you did on YouTube, or like you were just
No,
making reels?
YouTube is no, because YouTube is actually different than what I was doing. So what I was doing was on TV. So here locally, I was on Fox 5. So I did the entertainment segment. I would talk with TMZ and we would talk about whatever the popular thing was. I also did a podcast out here in DC where we would talk to different celebrities, sports figures. I've had NFL coaches and all types of people, Wall Street people, just everybody that's pretty much trending, we've had on that podcast. So I was already used to doing that. I just had never done it on YouTube. So once I started my podcast, that's when I started to do that.
I guess what I'm trying to figure out, because I notice a lot of smaller content creators, but they have to already be doing content in the same manner than which I'm doing it, because I've helped a lot of content creators. I've scaled their platforms massively. I'm talking about I've taken content creators from 5,000 to 300,000, 200,000. Like I really do that. But but for you, I was just trying to figure out, like, because my platform is huge. And I was just trying to figure out, like, where did he actually see your talent? Because if you didn't have a YouTube presence, you were only on Instagram.
I was on television.
Okay, you're on television, but you're on television in DC, correct?
But I would put those on my social medias. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So a man in Detroit on YouTube happened to catch your TV segments on your Instagram, and his viewers said that he should talk to you. And so he reached out to you via email.
Correct. His subscribers or his viewers sent him my content.
Well, what content were you making that was in line with what Anton is doing? Because Anton does
I'm in politics. So Anton has 3 different channels. Anton does like, the Millionaire Morning Show, and that is usually in politics and popular culture, and that's pretty much what I do. What I was doing on Fox was pretty much popular culture and politics, and what I do on my own channel is exactly that.
Okay. So I'm looking at your profile. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at your Instagram. Mm-hmm. Let's role reverse for a second, because I want you to put yourself in the shoes of the viewers.
Okay.
If you saw somebody that looked like you with your husband, let me be real with it. If you saw someone that looked like you and the content creator was married, would you assume that the reason he reached out is because you were talented, or is it because you were drop dead gorgeous?
No, in my line of work, there are tons of beautiful women that actually are talented and are actual go-getters. They do all types of work within entertainment and politics and being on television. So it's not oblivious that somebody, you can see that they're attractive, but at the end of the day, you gotta say, when you've been in this business a long time, when you look at different people's reels and when you look at, what they've done, I can see somebody's value outside of their beauty.
Okay. So have you ever been married before?
Yes, I'm married now.
You're married now?
Yes.
You have a husband?
Yes.
How long have you been married?
I've been married pretty much all my life.
Your husband,
all my adult life, yes.
Okay, so your husband approves of your work relationship. I just followed you, by the way, on Instagram. Your husband approves of your work relationship with Anton?
Yes, my husband knows of every relationship that I have, period, whether male or female.
Is your husband on your IG?
No, my again, my IG is strictly for business. I don't put my personal life on my IG.
So you actually have a husband posting pictures like this. I'm just trying to figure this out. Like, because the pictures you post are they're gorgeous, but they're kind of a little bit risque, a little bit. I'm going to be honest with you. When I look at your profile, it's given more IG model than commentator. It's just my opinion.
I have two profiles. One is just Pop Culture Micca, and the other one
This is the one that I'm on. I'm on Pop Culture Micca.
And then the other one is Red Cup. So the Red Cup profile is just all my commentary, whether it's politics or something that I'm talking about with popular culture.
Okay. So why not? So is this the first time that you've ever talked about your husband? Or do people know that you're married?
To the public? To the public? Yes. Mm-hmm.
So you've never revealed that you've had a husband. This is the first time.
I never talk about it.
I guess what I'm trying to ask you is this going to be something that's probably going to shake the internet? Is the fact that you're married and no one knew about it?
No, some people do know, and some people don't know. I just don't dive into it.
Okay.
So some people do know.
When you go to visit Anton, is your husband with you?
No.
Has he met Anton?
He has not met him in person.
Okay. And they're cool. Like they smoke cigars together. It's chill.
They haven't met in person.
So how do you know he approves of Anton? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, how long have you been married? How many years you say?
My entire adult life.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't put that out.
Okay. Are you guys together or are you separated?
No, I'm together.
And you live in the same house?
Live in the same house.
You have kids?
I don't put that out as well.
I don't understand that because, I'm a married woman. I've been married 20 years. My husband was just talking to you on the phone there, like when you needed tech help. Why hide your marriage life?
I don't hide it. But here's the problem. I grew up in the internet era, and I understand how nasty people are, including what I'm going through right now. And I understand that people will use your family against you, especially in an area of content that I am in, which is politics. When people don't like what you say, people don't like what you do. When they can't get to you, they will get to somebody that you may love and that's around you. And so that is my way of protecting my family. I'm a content creator. I really don't have a problem with people who want to approach me. I don't want that to fall on my family because they don't have anything to do with what I'm doing.
I get that. Like you can post your husband and he not have any social media presence. Like my husband doesn't have a social media presence. I millions of followers. I get 100 billion views. Well, actually, I get a billion views a year. Okay.
Right. But mine deals in something that is very high up. And so
what does that have to do with anything? There's very high up people that have social media profiles. I think the narrative of you being called a side chick or a mistress, he could have deaded that situation and been like, no, this ain't what that is. I know Anton, and been out. But the fact that you have to get up here and defend who you are to a man, and you're drop dead gorgeous, your profile, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not given. I don't think Anton saw your talent when he met you. I personally don't. As a woman first, and as a woman that grew up around men, I just don't see where he saw your talent. I see.
Have you gone to the other page as well?
So how long have you had this page? Did you have this page as long as you you had Pop Culture Micca?
No, I've had Pop Culture Micca since I've been online, but once
Okay.
I started podcasting, I had the Red Cup.
Okay, but you had the Red Cup. It was the podcast after you met Anton, right?
Debt is not the real problem. So how do you move forward? My team and I offer a fresh start strategy session. It's free, it's private, it's one-on-one with an attorney.
We don't get enough liquid D3. We don't get enough vitamin D. And so I personally have to supplement this particular vitamin D that I travel with all the time, and I make sure that I never run out of, is 10,000 IUs, gluten-free, vegetarian, as a vitamin E and vitamin C base, okay? And so it's very highly absorbable. There are some fantastic reviews on shoptkdeals.com of women who claim that they couldn't even lift their arms. And by taking vitamin D3, which helps your body to absorb calcium, and the calcium feeds the bones, they can now raise their arms, they're less pain and things like that.
You want another truth?
I do.
Kim was the best lover I ever had.
No man is going to marry you because they're never going to think that they're better than Cam. They'll f you, but they won't marry you just because you made that statement.
And what you don't have is a good nigga, because the shit that comes out of your mouth is wild. I can't even believe you're a wife. So how dare you?
A normal, healthy-minded, with great self-esteem 40-year-old woman wouldn't have allowed Cam to play with her the way that him and his boys play with you, like you were a dumb bird who didn't understand money or anything like that. He complimented you in the process to gaslight you, but he let his friends who knew you play with you. Where you going? Where's she going? Why she can't see him on her side, Jasmine? Why she can't see him on her side? Where'd you go?
Girl, let me tell you something. Let me tell you the difference between me and when people are gonna step into my platforms. All right?
Okay, all right, cool. I'm listening. Okay, but you had the Red Cup. It was the podcast after you met Anton, right?
No, before. I was already podcasting.
Okay, and how poppin' was it? Because it's right now, if it's been 2 years, you only got 50K.
I've been podcasting for about 18 months. Mm-hmm.
So that was after you met Anton. I'm looking at the timeline.
You're looking at the timeline, okay.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is, I was waiting for the question. I was waiting for the question. I'm sorry.
Okay, the question is, did you have Red Cup before or after you met Anton?
I had Red Cup before.
How poppin' was it? Because it only got 50K now 2 years later. Correct.
So I probably was sitting at like 1,200, about 1,200 subs.
Okay.
Which is what I stated when you asked me in the beginning. Yeah, I probably was sitting at 1,200 subs because I'm very new to YouTube.
So you're new, and this huge creator reaches out to you to say, I think you're talented. I want to help you and leverage it. Do you believe like men will help you for incentives? Have you ever been propositioned like that? No. You've never been propositioned by a man to help you for incentives?
No, because everything that I do up front has always been business. And when I feel that it's going somewhere else, I will remove myself from it.
I got something I want to talk to you about. So how is it that you had the Red Cup before, but when I scroll all the way down to your page, Anton is your guest? Is the first clips that come up, which tells me
I had Anton as a guest.
Okay, but he's your first guest on a podcast that you say you had before you.
He's my first one-on-one.
Okay.
It's my first one-on-one interview. So I have live streams, I have videos, and I have one-on-one interviews. So I
I
do
see you
101s.
too with Alvin Gray. I know him personally.
I've done Alvin Gray. I've done Chicago Flips Red. I've done Brexit. I've done Sheldon Daniels.
Okay.
I've done football coaches. I have plenty of people I've talked to, and like I said, I was on a podcast already called The Realish TV, which you can look up as well. And
Okay.
the Realish TV, we also did different types of celebrities that might be in this area and out of this area.
Did Anton take you to a basketball game and y'all sat courtside together?
I did go with Anton to a basketball game. Yes.
Alone?
What do you mean alone?
Did you guys go together?
Yes, we went together. Anton
Was
had business dealings there already, so that's what he actually went for.
Okay, and so he went there, and then you joined him courtside.
No, so Anton went there for business dealings. We probably sat on the side of the court for about 10, 15 minutes. After that, he's back talking to all the people he's talking to. You are in business. You absolutely understand that business dealings go on, not just in office spaces.
What kind of business dealings does Anton do that he got to do it courtside, though, is the question.
It's not courtside. So you absolutely understand that these type of events or these type of places, golf courses, I guess some cases Atlanta, other places, but a lot of business dealings happen outside of offices.
I'm familiar with that. I used to, before I met my husband, I dated upper echelon men.
Correct.
And I was with them. And
Correct.
when I'm with them, they want eye candy and they pay my bills.
Okay, but Tasha, I can't be concerned about what Anton may or may not be thinking.
No, I'm not saying about Anton. I didn't say Anton. I didn't say Anton.
Okay.
I said when these type of business dealings go down and these men are on the golf courses, they usually want eye candy. I didn't say Anton. So I'm familiar with what you're saying is because I dated upper echelon men and they took care of me. And I went everywhere with them when they did business, and they want an articulate, pretty woman beside them that can help them to leverage more deals. So what I'm saying to you is, you're saying we probably sat courtside for 15 minutes, but do you know, I just don't understand why you would go to a basketball game with you being married and him being married and sit courtside together without the partners being
because
present.
it was already established that we would go there to his business dealings. And like I said, he already was doing business dealing with people that were there. And it does not hurt for me to be alone, especially if these are people that I can potentially do business with. I grew up very upper echelon here in Washington, D.C., and my parents were a part of the country clubs, and we went along a lot of times as children. So I've seen this over and over again. So
what does your husband think about you going courtside? What does your husband think about that?
Oh, so my husband was absolutely fine with my picture because at the end of the day, everything that I do, my husband is aware of. I don't hide anything from my husband. This is my husband. So anything that I do, anything that I'm going to say, like this interview or anything else that I do, my husband is aware of.
Hold on. Okay.
Excuse me.
Is it worth your reputation being tarnished online? You having to contact platforms such as myself to clear your name? Is you hanging with another man? We've never seen your husband. This is the first time we're hearing about it. Is this worth your reputation? You say you DC is a very small town. I'm familiar with DC and a lot of the money that walks around DC. I know the people, especially the black people. It's not too many of them around there that make money like that. So they're gonna know you when you pop up on this platform. So what I'm saying is it worth your reputation to have to get out here and defend that you're not sleeping with him?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And again, like I said, everything that I've done with Anton has been all business dealings.
Before we started the call, your manager was on the phone with you. Mm-hmm. I was shocked that you had a manager.
Okay.
Do you know why?
No, I don't know why.
Because you have no movement.
Okay.
I didn't get a manager, my first manager, till like 200,000. Like, and that was, you don't have any movement. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, you have a manager. That was a little taken aback for me, because I was like, you have absolutely, like, you're in spaces, but you don't have any movement. What I'm saying is, and I'm not speaking down on you, he said something to you that kind of raised my eyebrows. He said, remember what I told you. And you were like, I got it. What did he mean by that?
Well, first of all, this would be the first time that I would have to talk to someone to actually interview about anything that may be semi-personal or even my business dealings. So again, that's something that he has to talk to me about. And that's something that a manager does, especially a manager that absolutely knows the business, because my manager
don't tell me. No, my manager don't tell me shit. He works for me.
Well, okay, well, my manager is very experienced. So again, if this is something that I'm doing for the first time, you talk to your client about what to expect, what is going on, and so forth.
Okay. So what did he tell you about me?
He didn't tell me anything about you. He told me what to expect on an interview.
Okay. All right. Which led to, you know, my platform is big. And Micca, I've been doing this a long time.
Okay.
And I've dealt with a lot of personalities. And this is the first that I've heard of a woman being dragged across social media for being in some, I would consider as a wife. I don't know how Anton Daniel's wife do things, but I'm from the South. I don't give a damn how pretty you are. I don't give a damn if you're an ugly bitch. They hit an ugly bitch before they'll hit a pretty bitch any day, okay? All I'm saying is, this is the first time that I've seen a dynamic like this, and now you guys are doing business trips together. Your husband is nowhere near.
We do not do business trips together.
You said you guys met up, and he was in town for a basketball game.
No, what I said, no, ma'am. What I said was I went to Detroit. You said taking business trips together.
Is that not a business trip?
No. You said we took business trips together and we never took.
Did you go to Detroit to see him for business?
I went to Detroit, correct.
Okay, so that is, and then you guys went to a Detroit basketball game and sat courtside.
Correct.
Okay, and you did other things out together on a business trip, correct?
No. So from there, went right back to the studio.
And his wife didn't mind you going along to the game?
No, I told you, his wife understands his business dealings, and she's there 90% of the time, if not 999% of the time. She's just usually off camera.
But she wasn't with you that day at the game.
No, she was not.
Your husband could take another woman to a basketball game?
Tasha, we're not here to talk about my husband. We're here to talk about
I'm here to talk about your character.
Okay, well, my character is A1, because this is a woman. I've talked to his wife in person. She met me the first day I came out, and I can tell you that I have no
question. Can your husband take another woman that looks like you to a basketball game?
If my husband was doing business as I'm doing it, or as Anton is doing, or something that deals in that arena, yes, he just can't go to one. But again, Tasha, we're here to talk about me. My character, again, is A1 because I'm squared away with the wife.
I don't think you have a husband. I think that's a safe word for you.
No, well, Tasha, you can. I'm sorry, you can think what you want to think, but I'm telling you the truth. I can't help what you think.
But because you don't move like a married woman.
Okay, well, I understand what you think, Tasha, and I understand how you feel. But again, I am.
And the way you skated around that question,
no,
it's like every time you bring up the husband, you don't feel comfortable talking about it, and then you pick. Coincidentally, after the internet has dragged you, my platform, which is very big, to say that now you have this invisible husband that no one knows about.
A lot of people know about my husband. I'm from a small town, so a lot of people know about my husband. And
if there's a husband, I can find out about it. I can't do it right now, but I can. You do know that, right?
That's absolutely fine. But
I'm just telling you, if there's no husband, and you say that there's a husband, and maybe there's some issues with the husband, then I got to report, because now you don't open up Pandora's box.
Tasha, there's no issue with the husband. I've answered every question that you've asked, and I've answered it truthfully. I have a husband.
Do you think your relationship with Anton is deemed as publicly appropriate?
Yes. I've never done anything with Anton that has not been business.
And he's never propositioned you or flirted with you?
Absolutely not. He does not proposition me.
Okay. All right, well, listen, I wasn't going to come on here and just let you, say what you wanted to say. I had to pressure you a little bit.
I understand.
I'm just saying, you wouldn't be around my nigga. I'm just saying, gorgeous. I'm not insecure. You wouldn't, not with this. And we're going to make sure we put up a hole. You got a BBL or are you natural?
No, I am 100% natural.
Those your eyes too?
Everything. Everything that you see on my pages. Everything that you hold on.
Okay.
Let me answer. Everything that you see on my page is. However, if you want to talk about do I wear contacts from time to time, yes, I do.
Okay. Yeah, you don't move like a married woman. You I'm just saying. Like,
I understand what you are saying. But my initial point still stands. As long as my husband knows my business dealings, my husband knows who I'm talking to, my husband has either talked to or met anybody that I deal with. So with that being said, that's the only person that I'm accountable to.
Very true. Okay. And I'm going through your pictures and your videos, and I do this for a living. Anton only likes your full body pictures. He doesn't like your content. I'm going through it. Did you notice that?
I don't know, because I don't go through my pictures.
Now don't call him and tell him to go like the content now. Like, hey,
I'm not calling Anton to tell him anything.
He only liking your full bodies. He's not liking the pop culture Micca. It's only
You're talking to Anton on Wednesday. You'll have to talk to him about that.
I'm talking to him. Yeah. I'm looking at him. He only liking you, and but it's all good. Do you think Anton's attracted to you?
From what I can see, I'm not going to say that he doesn't find me attractive. I'm sure people have eyeballs. But again, that has nothing to do with our relationship. It has been strictly professional. So what he may or may not find has nothing to do with anything.
Do you think that if you and Anton were not married, would you date him? Is he dateable? Is he your type?
It's not. It will never be whether it's married or not, because this is a professional relationship. So that doesn't even cross my mind.
Okay. All right.
And on top of that, I am married. I'm fine where I am.
Okay.
I'm very well taken care of.
Okay. All right. The husband is giving white though. I don't know.
My husband is not white.
Okay. Is he black?
My husband is African.
Okay. All right, cool. Does he live here?
In America, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you didn't marry him for papers?
No. My husband is from America. My husband is American.
Okay. All right. Well, listen. All right. Well, listen, Micca, anything else you want to leave with? I mean, you asked for this interview. I didn't even ask for it. So, you know, I'm not going to let you just get up here and just be pretty and look in people's eyes and gaze them like you do people's husbands. You're not doing that today on my platform, okay? You pretty little thing, you. So, anything you want to leave the viewers with?
Yes. Well, my team did reach out
Yes.
because I felt we felt also that it was a need to make sure there were no misconceptions. Again, I understand how people may feel, understand how people may put things together or whatever they may be, thinking and perceive. But the point of me even doing this interview is to actually set the record straight that I am not. I have not ever been propositioned, and I've never even thought about that with Anton. Anton has been more of a role model for me, especially coming into YouTube, where I did not understand the platform. So what I would like to say to your audience, yes, you may see all of these different content creators put out different things, but again, nobody really knows me. They know Anton and whatever they might know about Anton. I employ them to go and actually look at my content, whether you agree with my stances or not, but look at what I am doing, what I have done before Anton, and really judge that for yourself versus a third party content creator that just wants clicks and views.
Okay. Do you know Alvin Gray, the filmmaker?
Absolutely. From Baltimore.
Okay.
He's a very, very cool guy.
No problem. He know your husband?
Yes, he's met my husband.
Okay, fantastic. Mm-hmm. Okay, no problem. I'm gonna call Alvin. He's a good friend of mine. Okay, cool. All right. Well, listen, and I'll set the record straight. I apologize if maybe this interview was a little heated, but I take every single approach, every single thought process and standpoint, and I'm gonna hit you from every angle. You held your ground.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate you having me on your platform.
Anytime. Okay, and so we will reconvene because Anton got to sit in the hot seat too.
And that's absolutely fine.
All right, Micca. I followed you everywhere. Do you want to tell people where they can find you, follow you, support your content, support you?
Yes, you can follow me on the Red Cup Podcast on YouTube, the Red Cup Podcast on Instagram and X. And you can also follow me at Pop Culture Micca as well on YouTube and Instagram.
Fantastic. All right. So let's get some winos up over there to help get you some movement. Shout out to you, sister. I appreciate you for reaching out. Tell your manager thank you, and we will be in contact. Just keep your Instagram on so we can collaborate on the clips with you.
Okay. We'll do.
Right. We don't get enough liquid D3. We don't get enough vitamin D. And so I personally have to supplement this particular vitamin D that I travel with all the time, and I make sure that I never run out of, is 10,000 IUs, gluten-free, vegetarian, as a vitamin E and vitamin C base. Okay, and so it's very highly absorbable. There are some fantastic reviews on shoptkdeals.com of women who claim that they couldn't even lift their arms. And by taking vitamin D3, which helps your body to absorb calcium, and the calcium feeds the bones, they can now raise their arms, they're less pain and things like that.
Do you want another truth?
I do.
Kim was the best love I ever had.
No man is going to marry you because they're never going to think that they're better than Cam. They'll f you, but they won't marry you just because you made that statement.
And what you don't have is a good nigga, because the shit that comes out of your mouth is wild. I can't even believe you're a wife. So how dare you?
A normal, healthy-minded, with great self-esteem 40-year-old woman wouldn't have allowed Cam to play with her the way that him and his boys play with you, like you were a dumb bird who didn't understand money or anything like that. He complimented you in the process to gaslight you, but he let his friends who knew you play with you. Where you going? Where's she going? Why she can't see him on her side, Jasmine? Why she can't see him on her side? Where'd you go?
Girl, let me tell you something. Let me tell you the difference between me and when people are gonna step into my platforms. All right?
Okay, all right, cool. I'm listening.